Hello and welcome to our video today. In this video, I'm going to take you through the capstone simulation, rather the CapSim simulation. So currently we're actually in round 7 of the simulation and we are Team Chester. So I'm just going to show you how we are repaying the emergency loan. I started working or helping these students from round 6, which is now the last year, and now currently we are now in round 7. So I did round 5 for her. I did actually round 6 for her because she had a very huge emergency loan. So I'm just going to show you how we have managed to clear bigger part of the emergency loan in the simulation, and also we make decisions for this round so that we can be able to clear the emergency loan fully and now be able to make profit in the simulation and see if we are going to be able to maybe get back on track and win the simulation. So I'm going to show you 2 reports. That's actually round 5 report before we started working, and now round 6 report for the decisions that I did for her, and then we make decisions for round 7. And also we are offering tutoring services. So if you need help in the CapSim simulation or any related simulation, just text me on the email of the description or on the WhatsApp number on the description, and I'll be able to guide you step by step. So this the first report, which is actually the round 5 report, and as I said earlier, at Team Chester, you can see that we had an emergency loan of 47,545,580. Also, our ROS was negative 7.6%, asset turnover of 1.07, ROA of negative 8.2%, leverage of negative 49.9, ROE of negative 406.9%, which is really bad. And also you can see our contribution margin of 22.7%. If we check the Chester market share, you can see we had a market share of 10.21. So we actually had the lowest market share. So this actually the round 5 report before I did the decision, so it was really looking bad. Now next is the round 6 report, and for the round 6 report we managed to clear the emergency loan to 10,048,946, which is quite low and which is quite payable in this round. Also, we improved the contribution margin to 6.7%, and also you can see that actually the Chester market share increased to 12.83, which is quite a good number. So we're going to go through this report together before we make the decisions for round 7. And the first thing that we need to look at is actually the production analysis part, so that we can see where we are going and how many products sold in the last round. So we are Team Chester, and as you can see here are our products. So you can see that cake, which is our traditional product, we sold 2079 and we stocked out. Cedar, which is in the low end, we sold 2364 and we had an inventory of 62. Seed, which is in the high end segment, we sold 535 and had inventory of 359. Coat, which is in the performance segment, we sold 517 and we had 235 as the inventory. Lastly, Cure, which is in the size segment, we sold 609 and we had inventory of 85. That's now in the last one, which is round 6. And what brings a margin loan most of the time is actually the high inventories. So in this round, which is round 7, I'm going to forecast better and make better decisions so that we can be able to clear these inventories that we have, so that we can be able to win the simulation by clearing the inventory and making some good profit in this year. We can see also our prices are not that bad, so they are quite fair at the moment, but we shall be able maybe to lower them a little bit. So step by step, which is now segment by segment before we make the decisions, you can see that in the traditional segment, this is what customers expect. Customers expect an edge of 2.0. They also expect a price between 17 and 27. Ideal positioning of 9.2 and size of 10.8. MTBF between 14,000 and 19,000. That's actually for the traditional segment. Secondly is the low end segment. The low end segment is what customers expect. Pricing between 12 and 22. Ideal age of 7. Ideal position of 4.7 and 15.3 for the size. MTBF between 12,000 and 17,000. Now to the high end segment. Here is what customers expect. Ideal positioning of 14.3 and 5.7. Age of 0. MTBF between 20 and 25,000 and price between 27 and 37. Next is the size, the performance segment. This is what customers expect. Reliability between 22 and 27,000. Performance 15.5 and size 11.8. Price between 22 and 32. Ideal age of 1. Next one is the size segment, which is the last segment, and here customers expect a performance of around 8.2 and 4.6 for the size, ideal age of 1.5, MTBF between 16 and 21,000, and lastly price of 22 to 32. So this is what customers expect in each and every segment, so you need to go through it before coming up with the decisions for the round. So after going cleanly through the report, I'm going to make decisions for round 7, and we shall be able to make them together. So first of all, we shall start with the TQM. So I'll start with the total quality management. Remember that I've done the videos about the total quality management before, and under this we have the TQM initiatives, which is the CPI system vendor. You can go through my videos and be able to learn about the TQM. So just for summary, or maybe a summary of the TQM is actually a department which is independent. It normally helps us to reduce more of the cost in the company. It reduces the material cost, the labor cost. As you can see here, there are the cumulative impacts of the TQM. Also, it reduces the R&D cycle time, administration costs, and also it increases demand. So at the moment, I'm going to give each and every TQM initiative around 1,500. So I'll give all of them 1,500. So for the vendor, channel support system, concurrent engineering, benchmarking, quality functions, CCE, and TQM sustainability, all of them are going to give them 1,500. And you can see the changes that it has, or maybe the impacts that it has. You can see it increases the demand. Worst case is 11.2, best case is 15.2%. This is actually the impact that it has in the simulation. So that's all about the TQM. If you have any questions, again, you can just shoot me an email. First one, we shall now go to the second department, which is the R&D. And for the R&D, we are changing the performance, the size only. The MTBF is quite fair, so we shall just maintain the same. And also our positioning is quite getting out of the segment for CEDA, and also some products need to be positioned well. So we are going to change only the performance, the size. So for the first one, I'll give it 9.6, and then a size of around 10.4. And once I'm done with that, I can calculate it. You can see that our revision date is 10th of May 2033. Remember that we're in the year 2033, so that's okay. Second one, I'll give it around 5 and 15. Sorry, and 15. After recalculating, you can see that our revision date is around 17th May 2033. Seed, I'll give it around 13.5 and 6.5. After recalculating again, you can see that our revision date is around 4th of June 2033. Next, which is quote, we shall give it around 14.8 for the performance and 11.5.7 for the size. 11.7. After recalculating again, you can see that our revision date is now 9th of June 2033. And lastly, for Cure, which is our last product, I'm going to give it around 8.3 and 5.2. So you can see that the revision date is going to be 25th of May 2033. So you can also see the edges are here, and also the R&D, because these are the costs that we are incurring for each and every product. Also, the red one shows the new positioning of the product, which is quite good for the positioning of each and every product, because each and every product is in its own segment. That means we are going to sell more, considering that each and every product is in its own segment. Down here I have the material cost and the edge profile. For the material cost, you can compare the old and the new material cost and be able to compare if you're cutting down on cost or not. Edge profile, you can see that is the edge of the products for each and every product. Done with the R&D, next one is marketing. Under marketing, we're actually talking about 4 things. First one being the price, second one promo budget, third one sales budget, last one focus. So we shall start with the pricing. About pricing, what are we talking about? We're actually talking about you having a favorable price for your customers, or rather you having an affordable price for your customers. An affordable price doesn't mean that it should be too low, or it should be too high, or it should be the medium part. It should actually be a price close to what your competitors are offering, so that you can also maximize on profits while also using a favorable price for the customers. So for the first one, I'm going to use around 25.50 because people reduce their prices. That's for cake. For cedar, I'm going to give it around 16. For seed, I'll give it around 36. 36. For COT, I'll give it around 31. And lastly, for Q, again, I'll give it around 31. Then I can calculate. For the promo budget, which is the second part of marketing, promo budget, first of all, it normally helps in increasing customer awareness. Like, are people aware of your products in the market? So it increases the customer awareness by you promoting products through trade shows, through advertising of your products and all that. So at the moment, I'll just maintain it at 2000 because I started offering 2000 from the last round. So more people should know about our products because the people who have been handling this simulation, which are my students, have actually been reducing that promo budget. So most people are not knowing about our company. So I'll just maintain it at 2000. Sales budget, it helps in increasing the customer accessibility. Like how easy can customers access your products in the company? So at the moment also I'll just leave them at 2000 each for each and every product for the sales budget. Lastly, the forecast. And the forecast now is most tricky part because it decides if you're going to land back into the emergency loan or if you're not, you're going to do better. And also make sure that you forecast based on what you saw in the last round. So after calculating the forecast, I'm going to give each and every product its own forecast. So first one I'll give it 2600 because it's stocked out. Second one 2700, third one 750, next one 650, and last one I'll give it around 750. Sorry, 750 for Cure. So after being done with that, you can see you have changes after recalculating on the gross revenue, the variable cost, contribution margin, the less promo and sales. We have talked about this in each and every video that we've been doing. Under the revenue forecast, this is actually a graph showing you the revenue that each and every product is generating in the company. And for the unit sales forecast, just the forecast that you have given each and every product of yours. So after that, we can now go to the next department, which is production. So for the production, we're actually producing based on what we forecasted. And remember that you need to add a buffer to avoid stocking out. You can see for this one is stocked out. When I talk of stocking out, I mean that you had a chance of selling the products, but now you had a short number of products. Like you had a lesser number of products in the simulation. So first one, I'll give it around 2650. Second one, just 2700. Third one, I can give it around 430. Next one I can give it around 440. Next one I'll give it around 700. Then I can be able to recalculate. For the physical plant, that means buy and sell capacity. At the moment, you're not going to buy any capacity because we are coming to the end of the simulation. There's no need for you to buy more capacity. For the automation rating, again, I'm not going to buy at the moment. I already bought in the last round, and you need to buy more automation so that you can also cut down on the material cost and the labor cost. So you need to invest in high automation. Though automation is quite expensive, but you should make sure that you're buying, or maybe you're having a good automation for your products when maximizing on profits, because it will cut down these two costs. So also the maximum investment is quite low at the moment, so there's no need for us to increase our automation. Next on is the human resource, and now the human resource, we only talk about two things. One of them being the recruiting spend, and the second one being the training hours. We have said this before in our videos. The recruiting spend will help is simply the amount of money that we are investing to be able to recruit new workers into the company. And the training hours is the number of hours used to train the new workers who are joining our company. Remember that after each and every year the workload increases. That means that we need to increase the number of workers so that we can increase efficiency and productivity in the company. Even at the moment, you can see that this year the new employees are 226. So the more the workload, the more the employees we need. Next one is finance, which is our last department in this discussion. And you can see that we're ending the year with a negative 20,211. So the amount that's due this year is 44,899. So I'm just going to take a loan of around 26,000, and then I recalculate, and you can see that our ending cash is not bad, it's 3,310. So if everything goes well, we shall clear the emergency loan and now be able to get back on track and maximize our profits. Before we end the meeting, I can show you the pro forma, how it looks like. So at the moment, I've scored 57.8 out of 100, which is quite a fair score considering of where the company has been coming from, because we are not making any profits, leverage is zero, stock price is zero, and this is because of the emergency. So don't ever get it on emergency loan because it will mess up with your company. So if you have an emergency loan and you need help, just be able to text me on the email of the description, or you can be able to text me on the WhatsApp number in the description. And also, if you're struggling with the simulation and you feel like you'll get it on an emergency loan, also just text me and I'll be able to guide you and help you. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much.